Thanks, Emily. Now, we all have something that we are afraid of, and for many people, being afraid of the dentist is a real fear. We talked to a local dentist about how to face those fears, get over them, and how to keep your teeth and yourself healthy. Take a look at this.
Many people are a little bit nervous when it comes to getting dental work done. With the possibility for drilling, filling, scraping, or pulling, many people let their fear stand in the way of their oral health. Dr. Robert Meisner, DDS, let us know just how important overcoming this fear truly is.
Anxiety in dentistry, boy, that is a topic that has been around for a long time, going back hundreds of years, really. It's very common. There are some statistics that show that more than 50% of people don't go to the dentist ever because of just pure anxiety. But, anxiety, there are three things that are part of this not going. It's anxiety, as you just asked me about. It's also the fear of the cost and the fear of the time it takes. And there are solutions for every one of those three things. When you're talking about time, it's about being well organized. I mean, going to a dentist that does a thorough examination and identifying the diagnostic elements and the potential treatments, mapping it all out, agreeing, and then saying, here's how we're going to do this so that it doesn't take more time than it needs. If you're talking about cost, well, there's, cost is cost, and there's nothing is free that's good, but there are ways to deal with that also, because you can, in fact, get interest-free financing in certain dental procedures. So that's something that can be worked out.
And while those anxieties can be overcome, some anxieties are more difficult to tackle.
The big one, though, is, I think, what you're referring to, Laura, which is fear, pure fear. So how do we deal with that? Well, there are great drugs. There are things like nitrous oxide. There are things like benzodiazepines. You'll often hear about oral conscious sedation. A person takes a pill, and you basically snooze through the procedure. And that would feel pretty good, wouldn't it? I mean, really, you wake up. I had a patient the other day say, I remember nothing, and he was in my chair for 3.5 hours. And that is probably the most commonly used thing nowadays. It requires special training. You have to be certified to do that, and there's probably, I don't know, maybe a dozen dentists in the Western New York area that do that.
With the options out there, patients who take time, do their research, and feel comfortable with their doctors should be on their way to a healthy smile.
Were you afraid of going to the dentist?
I was for a really, really long time. Now I'm just afraid of the needle a little bit in my mouth still, but I've gotten over it.
Married a dentist.
I did marry a dentist.
Now you're no longer afraid.
Only when the needle comes in my mouth.
Me too. All right, time now to